Oh, yeah! You know what time it is. That's right, it's time for the Eddie and Webby podcast! Yo, I'ma bust out some theme song action for you. Check it out. The Eddie and Webby show is the place to be. They're talking about beer and pickleball and technology. So if you didn't know, now you know. 'Cause it's time for the Eddie and Webby show.
On today's episode, Eddie and Webby show off their favorite yoga positions. This is the Eddie and Webby podcast.
Happy 50th podcast to us. Happy 50th podcast to us. Oh, hey, how's it going? This is Webby, not Eddie.
And I'm Eddie, and this is our 50th podcast.
Oh, yeah. The episode I thought we would never get to.
Not even
episode
close.
50.
That's right. I did not think when we started this we'd get even close to here, but here we are at number 50, a milestone episode with a milestone guest that we're going to be introducing here very shortly.
Yes, this is going to be awesome.
Yes, absolutely epic. Guys, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Twitch for the one person that cares, and we are live on YouTube, and this is meant to be interactive. So if you have questions,
yes,
if you have comments, go ahead and make sure you throw them in there.
Yes, we love to interact, so please let us know if you have any questions or comments, and we'll get to as many as we possibly can.
That's right. Hey, Webby, since it's our 50th, do you think we should do like maybe, I don't know, a contest or something?
Ooh, you do. You know, I do love contests, and I feel like we can't have a milestone like episode number 50 without doing some kind of a giveaway.
I agree.
So I thought it'd be a great time to give away a free Eddie and Webby t-shirt.
Whoa.
Yep. And all you have to do to be eligible to win a t-shirt is share this podcast. Just share this podcast, and you'll be in the running, and we're actually going to announce the winner tonight before the end of the episode.
All right. So that's all you have to do is you have to just share, right?
Yep, just share the video, and then we will randomly select a winner, and one lucky person is going to be getting a free Eddie and Webby t-shirt. Oh, yeah.
I like it. And that could be you. And Webby, there's something I actually have to confess to you.
What's that?
I did not get our Twitter comments ready.
Oh no! I could still read them though. We don't have to show them on the screen. I could always pull up Twitter and just randomly pick some Twitter comments.
I think that would be a great idea. The technical issues, sometimes they happen, but anyway, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and share with everybody what's going on in Twitter?
Oh man, the news of us reaching our milestone 50th episode has caused Twitter to just blow up like crazy lately.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, I'm going to pull Twitter up right now and see what we got on the Twitter sphere here right now, live. Here is a Twitter comment from Barack Obama. He says, "Congrats on reaching episode 50, fellas. When pretty much everybody else said you couldn't do it, I said, yes, they can." Well, nice.
That's nice. That's nice of him to say that, yeah.
I'm glad somebody had faith in us. That's awesome that somebody thought we could reach episode 50. I for sure was one of the people that said we couldn't do it because I did not think we would ever get to episode 50, but here we are.
100%. Yep.
All right, let's see what else we got here on Twitter. Here is a message from Farty McFly. Wow, how is it possible Eddie and Webby are still doing a podcast and have actually reached episode 50? I guess there are people dumb enough to tune into anything these days.
Ouch.
Oh, man. That's
so
not very nice.
Yeah.
I feel like that name sounds familiar too. I feel like Farty McFly has left messages in the past, and that's what I don't get. Like, if people don't like the show, why do they feel the need to keep commenting? Whatever.
That's right, Farty. Knock it off.
All right, let's do one more comment here on Twitter. Here's one from Taylor Zwift. You guys are always wearing the coolest looking Eddie and Webby shirts and hoodies. Are you ever going to sell merchandise so we can all look as cool as you guys do? Well, that is a very nice comment. Thank you for that. And that's a pretty great question.
That is a very great question. And you want to know what? Today's episode is actually sponsored by us. That's right. We have launched an Eddie and Webby store. Can you believe that, Webby?
No way.
We have. And you can get your own Eddie Webby apparel. You can get shirts. You can actually even get custom phone cases and lots of great stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you want to know something funny? Like
What's
like this is totally unplanned, but I just so happen to be wearing a t-shirt that is available on the new Eddie and Webby t-shirt shop right here.
I like it.
Hashtag Team Webby. Oh yeah.
I love it. Guys, you can get your very own apparel, and how you do that is by going to eddieandwebby.com/store, or you can just go to the eddieandwebby.com website. There's a little button in the bottom right-hand corner for the store. So go there, and guess what? You can use coupon code Pickleball, and you can get 20% off your order for 1 week. Just 1 week, guys. So go out there, get your Eddie and Webby apparel, and help support us to keep this channel going.
That's right. And don't forget, if you share today's episode, you are eligible to win a free t-shirt. So do that, and you'll be eligible to win. We'll pick a winner at the end of the show.
I like it. Well, our guest has been sitting over here very patiently, and I think it's time that we introduce her. What do you think, Webby?
Yes, I think we should absolutely do that, and I cannot wait.
Yes. Well, our guest tonight, really, she needs no introduction. If you know even anything about pickleball, you know her name. She is at the top of the sport that we all love. Please welcome to the show, Simone Jardim. How are you, Simone?
I am good. You know what? You guys finally took my bribe. Finally. It only took, I don't know, like 50th. I mean, seriously, like that's how low in the priority list I am. But I get it. You know, it wasn't like I don't have a whole lot of money. So, you know, I gave all I could. Or I bribed you guys all that I could. So
I love it.
No, I'm just excited to be here. And, this is not far from actually where I live.
Yeah.
So a small world. Yeah. So excited.
We're excited to have you. And obviously we knew this is episode 50. It's a milestone episode. We have to have one of the top guests in pickleball on. And so of course, why not Simone, the one and only Simone?
Yes, we knew we had to have an epic guest for this epic milestone, and we definitely have an epic guest, no doubt about that.
Well, congratulations to you guys. It's awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, this whole thing is just super cool for anything, but especially for the game of pickleball, for the sport of pickleball. And it's pretty nice gig you guys got going on. So it's awesome.
Well, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah. But people don't really listen to our show to hear about me and Webby as much as we want them to.
Not at all.
They want to know about our guests, right? And so, you know, you were actually on the podcast very briefly at the end of your tournament. You and Chad were on at the Florida Grand Slam tournament you had back in February. But lots of changes have happened since end of February, huh?
Yeah, sort of. I mean,
Yeah.
we just we've been really busy growing and just as a business. It is, a lot of people kind of wonder what we do for a living, but pickleball is our life, and so we are working in 2 different places. We have the Bonita Springs YMCA, but also took a job at Valencia Bonita, which is a community in Bonita Springs, and then we also hired Scott to come in and help, and we have Nancy and Ben, and we have grown quite a bit in a small period of time. But it's great. I mean, so many people want to be down here when there is not a storm.
Right. Yeah.
But we've been getting so busy during the winter months after the tournament. It's like February is busy, but then March is just super hectic, and then April everybody wants to get ready for the U.S. Open, so it just gets so much. There's so much demand, and there's so much that we can do. Phil gets full, we'll go, like, everybody gets full, and we want to try to accommodate everybody. So it's just been, it's been awesome, but it's been a lot of work and trying to raise a family all at the same time. But yeah, so
Yeah. I can't even imagine how you keep that balance. That's crazy.
yeah.
But so come after the U.S. Open, though, it sounds like your summertime is your opportunity to be able to travel for fun, but also still integrate some pickleball tournaments, some camps that you do. And it seems like you bring the family along for that. Is that right?
Yeah, so that's been one of the cool things, is that during the summer, because the kids are out of school, then we can, travel, and they, we try to do things that are beneficial for them, that we're not also working all day long like we usually do.
Yeah.
So we actually dedicate some time to spend with them, make great memories. I mean, we spent time in Lakeside, Ohio. They had a blast. I mean, what a place for kids to be. And they have a beautiful court. So we did some pickleball, but we also got to do some, some things for them. And then we went, we actually, we started in Michigan doing the Beer City Open first, spent time, with lots of friends there, David and Val. And then we went to Lakeside. Then we went all the way to Boston and spent some time with Ed McGrath. I'm sure you know him from East. And then did some stuff there. They have a nice, beautiful place, and nice 2 courts there. And then we went to South Carolina, did a camp. I mean, one of our pickleball friends, Chris, has a beautiful home with horses. The kids got to ride horses, and I mean, it's just like, you got to be kidding me. It's not every day that you don't get to do that all the time.
Right.
And as a family, we're very lucky because we have so many good, like, they're not just clients, they're our friends, and they take us in and just take care of us. And the kids are so spoiled.
Yeah.
There's no hope there.
Oh, I'm sure, because not only do they take you in, they're taking your whole family in.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I'm sure they spoil those kids, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's like their expectations and real life, it's 2 different worlds. It's like, no, this is only when we are with other people. You don't get that on an everyday life.
Like what
So-
what are some of the things they get away with?
Oh my goodness. So like, I have a client who, oh my goodness, like private jet, like will come and pick us up to go teach. And like we travel commercial, and then, I mean, we've gone in a car ride, and they are like, oh, like, I mean, it's just like they're like in a totally different world. No, this is like, you're so lucky. This does not happen all the time. We do not have the lifestyle. Right. It's not what we do. Just being able to ride horses, beautiful farm. We're going, like, one of my clients hooked my husband up and Landon for front seats for a Yankees and Boston Red Sox game. Are you kidding me? Like, again, it's just like expectations and what reality is. It's totally different. So we're just really, really lucky, really, really lucky. So, and again, and I think that they understand to a certain point, but it's like reminding them, like, no, we get to do this. It's not something that we're just gonna, oh yeah, sure, we'll go to a Red Sox game tomorrow. No,
no big deal.
Something you're very lucky and should be very appreciative of. So yeah.
Are your kids getting to the age now to where they're starting to see that, they see you as mom, but a lot of the people in the pickleball world, you're Simone, right? You're at the top of the game. Like are they starting to see that? No, they still just see mom.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I embarrass them most of the time. I mean, come on, you saw them, like like I'll do something silly, which I am very silly, and like my daughter was just like, shake her head and cover her face, and Landon will tell me to stop, and so it's most of the time it's mom embarrassing us. That's really what it is. So
Isn't that your
no.
job to embarrass them?
Absolutely. And I told them, I said, this is only gonna get worse.
Yep.
So, it's typical, but yeah, no, there's nothing like even talking about the YouTube. I mean, you saw like when we were trying to get them, because my kids are obsessed with YouTube.
Right.
And I said, we're doing a channel and we're gonna do it and you guys are gonna be in it. And they're like, nah, like as if like I'm not cool enough. Like they want their own.
Yeah, they want to do it their own way.
Oh, I got a speech the other day because I was trying to get Landon on the camera, and he's like, "No, it's it's not mine." And like they're too cool for me. Like you're this old lady coming in. Like, nah. So yeah, so I will be forever the not cool mom, the one that embarrasses them. So yeah.
Okay, well, I mean that's your job, right?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. So
I like it.
yeah.
But now, so summer's over.
Yep.
Kids back to school. How is that? I mean, I'm assuming in some ways it helps. In some ways, it's probably a little bit tougher.
So yeah, I mean, we get back. I think it's one thing that we are. I think human beings in general, or most people, maybe not all, but the routine that some people dread. That routine, I think we excel in that routine. We like as a family is so much better when we have set like okay, wake up in the morning, get ready, clothes, breakfast, bus, work. Get back from school because we're really lucky that we get to be home from when they are done with school. So then homework, there is a certain routine. I mean, the day is pretty predictable for the most part. There are days that they get to do more after school or less, depending. But it's a very like set routine. And then weekends, then whatever comes our way, and sometimes it's pickleball, which again, for Alexa's not her favorite thing. I'm sure that you heard that from her. Where Landon is more wants to play and be involved. So so being back home, like for us and for them, it kind of gets back into the normal sleeping routine. When we're on the road, it's just chaos. I mean, a lot of the times, like, what time do they go to sleep? Who knows? It's like, let's hope it happens before midnight. Yeah. But who knows? So it's just. But again, the memories over the summer, you don't create a lot of memories during the school year, other than like dealing with the day-to-day drama from school, which I love, by the way. It's like my favorite thing to sit and like teaching moments, like. I mean, in a million years, my mom warned me about this. One day, I'm sure that we all heard this from our parents. One day you will know what it's like to be me, And so I am right there right now. I can't believe it. Way more premature, like way earlier than what my mom had to go through with Alexis. She's not even 10, and already dealing with boy stuff. And friend and girlfriend stuff and girl drama a little bit. And I'm like, I don't remember that until, like being interested in boys, maybe at like 12, and kind of, I really didn't date until I was like 13, I think 14, whatever that was, like nowadays it's like forward, way speed is. So I'm like, whoa. I was not ready for this. I was not prepared, but you just deal with it as it comes. But it's fun, it's challenging. It's the hardest job I'll ever have, but it is, man, like you lose sleep over it. I'm sure it'd be nice to just have a night where you can put your head on the pillow and just sleep soundly, but you always worry. And but I the other night actually, Chad, it was chaos at the house, like most nights. Go take a shower, go, like yelling and screaming. And then Chad just looks at me and he's like, why do we have kids? That was it. Like we had this moment of silence, Right. Yeah. I was like, I look at him right back. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Why did we? Right. So that was kind of like our sarcastic moment of the night. And you know, again, it's just the ups and downs of everyday life. And but you know, pickleball in a way has brought us here and has given us, I do believe this has given us a better life, no doubt about it. Yep.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
so
Well, we're starting to
very
get a lot of people tuning in, and a lot of great questions and comments are rolling in.
Ooh, let's hear 'em.
So let's take a look at one. We've got one here from our buddy Steve Peranto, and he
Oh,
says, Simone is such a quality person and competitor. We are lucky to have her in the pickleball world. I could not agree more with that, Steve.
thank you, Steve.
Great comment.
Legend.
Mhm.
We got one here from Matthew Pace. He says, how is working with Scott Golden?
I actually, we haven't done a whole lot yet because so we, like I said, we're running 2 places. So Scott, we've been doing a lot of manual labor lately with this hurricane. So, yeah, so I think he'll work out just fine. He'll be busy. He won't even be able to get up for
Right.
air once season starts. But right now we haven't done a whole lot yet together because of season hasn't really started here yet. So once that happens, I'll let you know.
All right. Great question. Here's one from everybody's favorite commentator or commenter on the
Cheers.
social media,
Cheers.
John
Come
Davison.
on. Cheers to John.
Cheers.
Woo! Here you go.
All right, we're just getting started here with John's comments for the night. He says, if pickleball had an MTV reality show, which players should star in it? That's a great
Ooh,
question.
Wow.
That's a very great question.
Deep.
Who would you like to see, Simone? Who would you like to
Mhm.
see in an MTV reality show featuring all pickleball people?
MTV? That, like, to me,
Like the
when I
real
think
world, yeah.
yeah, when I think of MTV, I feel like it's drama. I don't know. Oh gosh, it's like crazy. Probably you for sure, John. I'm pointing to you,
Mhm.
John.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know you, but I just sense that there would be so much good material. I think that would just be phenomenal. Gosh, who else? Gosh, I think Scott would do like he's very animated.
Mhm.
It would be
Yeah.
so interesting. Um, Gosh, I'm trying to think. Give me some
I've got a
ideas.
couple names. I've got a couple names I
Come
think
on.
would absolutely be great for the show. Gizmo Hall,
Mhm.
obviously
Oh yeah,
Gizmo,
there
our
you
buddy
go.
Jay,
There you go.
and Morgan Evans. Morgan Evans has
Oh
got to be
my
part of it.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Morgan would come in and
Absolutely.
he would start stuff and then walk away, right?
Absolutely.
He'd drop a little bomb and then watch and see what happens.
Oh my gosh. Oh, uh oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, Adam Stone is really funny. A lot of people don't like, he's comes out like kind of shy, but he's really really funny. He's hilarious actually. We got to hang out like at the end of the day at TOC. I mean, Baba is hilarious. Sbenden, and then his wife, Belinda. And then there was Jesse, and then there was Christine, and Corinne, Matt Staub, Joey, and Tony, his wife, and then Adam, you know, and Morgan, kind of like going all over the place. Jeff Warnick.
Mm-hmm.
There's a name for you, Jeff Warnick, and the MTV show for sure.
He'd be the loudest one in the house. That's
Oh
for sure.
my gosh. Oh my goodness. I mean, but this is like, we had this group of people all sitting together. We're playing a game like the one with the, what is it called? Like you have the phone and you're trying to guess the word.
Oh, Heads Up, I think it is.
Heads Up. Yes. Oh, it was hilarious. It was there was Michelle actually took a little video of it, but we're like so loud, and Kennedy was playing the finals. It was actually the senior finals, and but you know, and here's Jeff Warnick yelling, you know, body bag whenever somebody got hit, and then Kennedy actually got into it. It was pretty funny. Like he got like hyped about it, and I mean, it was actually a perfect ending to a tournament in the sense that we're just having a blast being together, and you know, just just having a fun time. And like when I haven't had that much, because when I go to a tournament, it's business, go
Right.
there, take care of business, and come home. And this time around, it wasn't. So it was cool. It was just cool hanging out. And like I've been to that night. Actually, we left, but they went to this karaoke bar that we went one time, and I'm sure they had a blast as well. But I've been to TLC where there's just only one place in town.
Yeah.
And it's a hole in the wall, but it works just fine. But yeah, so it was just really cool to have a fun time. So to answer your question, I think that group of people right there on an MTV reality show, I think you would get pretty good entertainment from them all.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I was entertained, very entertained.
Yeah. Great question. Ryan Edward said Rob Cassidy would be great. That's
He
another
was there
great
too.
suggestion.
Rob was there too. So Rob was there too. Yeah, he wasn't part of the charades part. He joined in a little later. So yeah.
And then you mentioned Michelle Esquivel. She'd be a great addition. There's so many people. There's so many great characters in the pickleball world that would make a very, very entertaining show.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, we definitely left people out of that, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And just a couple more questions before I end this segment for now. Tyler Wren says, have you ever been hit by a nasty Nelson?
Oh my gosh, I know what he's referring to. It's Tyler Lung. So the first time I got, because we were playing a rec game, it was, I got hit by Jeff Warnick, and the first time I came to California, and we were actually talking about it just like when we were all together. I was like, who does that? I just showed up to play. I never even met these people, and I get hit with a nasty Nelson. I was like, well, nice, welcome. Yeah. I wanted to say something else. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said it, to him. I was like, really? Anyway, so that was my my welcome to that area in California. But also we're playing. The reason why Tyler is saying that is because we're playing a rec game. I think it was last year. I want to say it was last year. And Tyler Long, I'm pretty sure, he got me with a nasty Nelson in a rec game. Yeah. So yeah, Tyler Long, it's like a little brother, loves to pick on me. But anyway,
right.
It's all fun and games.
That's awesome.
Until somebody gets hurt.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's very fun and very funny until somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. It's all right. I can handle it. I can take it.
All right, we'll do one more question for now, and this is a good question because it leads into something I want to bring up quickly, and it's also from John Davison, and he's asking, what is your favorite adult beverage?
Oh, adult beverage. Well, here's the problem, is that I am terrible with adult beverages. I can tell you that. All the people around me can tell you that I am one and done. My husband says that there's fun Simone. Fun Simone goes to a point where there's a point of no return. And then it goes like drops to the point where it's like, let's go home because there's no other place that you should be. Okay. So and again, not everything suits me very well. So I have to be careful, but I like, so in college I had White Russian. Like White Russians was a time which is like super like creamy. Mm-hmm. It's more like a coffee beverage, right. but it has alcohol and it zings. I cannot red wine. I tried, and there's something with the red wine that just kicks my butt, like my bottom, and I'm done. I'm done. I can't handle it. So nowadays, and I actually had a phase where I had roommates that were all baseball. Mm-hmm. In college, I lived with guys most of my college years. My roommates from college in Auburn were guys, and my roommate was my husband and his buddies. It's all beer. Yeah. I mean, they can tell you some really funny stories about me because I just can't handle alcohol. Yeah. I don't do well with it. But not to say that I've never been drunk, because I have. So it's just horrible. You really it's like I said, it's like I'm here, and then it's gone, and it doesn't take much.
Okay.
So very, very cheap date. But yeah, so nowadays I like, it's like boring. It's like a glass of white wine, and it has to be a certain amount. My husband is always like, making sure that like he knows. He's like, he'll look at me and he's like because then I become
tell.
no fun, Simone. Yeah. So, yeah,
love
I'll be like the one to tell you that. It's like, oh, I can drink one more. I can
Right.
have one more glass, and then it's like, let's go home. Oh yeah,
Downhill.
like downhill, quick. It's quick exit.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Nice. Well, we can't celebrate our 50th podcast without Eddie and I at least mentioning what we're drinking tonight. So what are you drinking, Eddie?
So as I've been kind of still diving into the hard seltzer world, which I know a lot of the craft beer people on this channel are probably like, seriously, you got to give it up. But anyway, as I've been diving into it, Henry's is still at the top of my list. So I'm starting off with a strawberry kiwi Henry's. However,
Okay.
I'm now to the White Claw. So, this is now the fourth brand that I've tried to compete against Henry's, and Henry still wins. So tonight, I'm also going to be having a White Claw raspberry, and I've heard that this passes the John Davison flavor test. So,
What is that?
it's a hard seltzer. So it's basically like sparkling water and alcohol and a little bit of flavor. Yeah.
So, but hard, like what kind of liquor?
It just I don't really even know if it's almost just like a naturally fermented beverage, I guess you could say. So
Describe it for me. What does it taste like?
it tastes like you had a Dasani lime earlier. It tastes like that, but just like with a little bit of alcohol taste to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
The good news about hard seltzers, I like that we're educating Simone on hard seltzers
Oh,
tonight.
absolutely.
Like for example, this one has no added sugar.
Okay.
It's 88 calories and 4.2% alcohol. So
So it's really low.
it's really low. And it's also
So maybe I could finish one.
Yes.
Potentially I could finish
You
one
could-
and be okay.
you would still be fun Simone after one of these. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what's happening tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you drinking, Webby?
I will reveal it, but first let me acknowledge a comment from Don Lockman. He says, I stayed till the commercial. So he
What?
must think that we're sponsored by
Oh.
by the by the drink. Don, we are not sponsored. We just like to share what we're drinking. Settle down,
100%
Don.
not sponsored by Henry's, I swear.
That would be nice though. Hey, maybe you
Right?
gotta
Yeah. I wish we were getting sponsored by them.
seriously.
That'd be great. If you're listening, Henry. let us know.
Exactly.
Right. But what I am drinking is a seasonal beer from Founders that I'm a huge fan of. And let me slowly lower the Eddie and Webby koozie to reveal what it is. And this is Mosaic Promise.
Oh.
It is described
can
as
by
a
itself.
single hop ale. But yeah, I like the
Yeah.
pretty fancy artwork there on the can.
Here, Webby, I'm going to zoom in on that here.
All right.
Oh, is it a mermaid? What is it?
It almost looks like a mermaid. It's just I think it's just
Yeah.
oh, it's a woman in a dress with her hair flowing, and she's holding
With
some
red hair, right? So
Yeah.
now when you and Ben dye your hair red, you can look just like
Oh,
that.
there we go. Yeah, exactly. But it's described as a single hop ale, and it's very tasty, and I really like it. And I'll be drinking these throughout the evening.
Nice. Have you been to Founders? They're in Grand Rapids, right by where the Beer City Open was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've probably been,
Yeah.
but I don't remember. I mean, when we live in Michigan, actually, I got to go to Grand Rapids for one of the Michigan State stuff, and we went to a few places, like with a coach's caravan kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Grand Rapids is actually a pretty cool town. It was very nice. Went
Yeah.
and hung out and did a few things around town. It looks like it's getting better and better.
Oh my God. Grand Rapids has always been one of my favorite cities. The last 2 summers.
Sorry,
Oh, that's all right. Josh J said, hilarious. Simone is so innocent and she needs to get out more. Maybe
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm just that naive.
both.
I
love
am. I haven't gotten out much.
Yeah. Is that true?
I mean, I honestly, I just never got, like, as far as drinking, I just never really, I don't know how to drink. I just not a good drinker. It's either like all or nothing
Yeah.
because of the fact that I don't know, like, I don't know that limit.
Okay.
I still haven't figured that out. And maybe I'll never will, because when I mean, like, if I'm going out and hanging out, it becomes like I am now like sick. Like I'm
Really?
now like, oh gosh.
Oof.
So that's why I have a like, a tough time. But I'll tell you this, whoever hangs out with me when that happens, it's pretty great stories. I'll tell you that.
I think we got to make that happen sometime.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that there will be some stories to be told.
All right.
Yeah, I can name a few. Oh man,
I like it.
Oh yeah, but
Nothing you want to share on here?
well, I mean, is it their kids they're watching? But like when I lived with the college kids and when I lived with the baseball players in college, oh man, like beer pong, it was a big thing, but it wasn't beer pong how like the kids play now.
Really?
Oh,
What was different?
so oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking about this. So like if you get grab your cans real quick. Okay. So let's say this is mine. Okay. And you're like, Webby, you're gonna be my partner. Okay. So
All right.
let's say if I can put it. So Webby would be so this is the ping pong table. So this is his drink. This is my drink. Then our opponents each have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
We have actually a paddle.
Okay.
And a ball. Every time you, like, let's say I hit your beer, we pound.
Oh, okay.
And we pound until you grab the ball, because what happens if it hits the ping pong hits your beer, your bottle?
Then they have to drink? Is that
No? They have to go find the ball.
Oh, I see.
So they go find the ball, and then you pounding your beer. When they find the ball, they put the ball on the table and you put your beer down.
Okay.
Okay. The goal is to hit as many times so you can finish your beer while their beer is still full. Guess what they have to do when the beer is still full?
What?
They got to pound the whole thing.
Drink the whole thing. Okay.
So it's pretty much like, yes, exactly. Yeah. So guess what? We're playing in my garage, like 3 guys and me, and like playing this game. We in a garage.
Oh yeah.
What just happened there? Are you hitting
I have
buttons,
no idea
Webby?
what happened. I must have clicked something.
Uh-oh.
It probably is there's the kids out there, but getting ideas. But pretty much we're in the garage, and our roommate, it was my husband's best man, starts throwing like he can't find the ping pong, and we're drinking, right? We're drinking, and my husband and I drinking, and he's throwing stuff everywhere. Now I can't drink anymore because I'm laughing so hard. And I have this laugh, like especially when I get a few drinks on me, I have this laugh where I start to like this. Guess what happened?
What?
I mean, it was projectile.
Everywhere?
Everywhere. So I actually learned, I learned like the name of it. It was puke rally or something like that.
Puke and rally, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much like, let's clean up.
Yep.
And then get back.
And then get back to it. Yeah.
And I did it. I mean, I was like, it was honestly like, this is the innocent part. That was my first time ever doing something like that. I like the things that, like, again, college, living with 3 guys.
Right.
And you probably killed my liver at that point. But I just remember like we had so many, like we had nights like where this stuff would happen. It's just like, really, like, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
But it was 1 year of that. I probably would have died if that had kept up. So, but yeah, so that was probably the most Simone has ever done in her life. So I just, but again, this was a baseball team thing with the beer on the tables, and so we had to actually, our table ended up on the street because, I mean, it was wet everywhere, so it bubbled up. Yeah, it was nasty. It was so disgusting. But for that night, it was just fine.
Right.
But yeah, so that was the end of the ping pong table because because Simone ruined it. Because Simone cannot keep up with the boys or anybody, as a matter of fact. So yeah, that's my story.
All right.
Nice.
Well, at least you gave
Steve
it a good old
Peranto-
college try. Yeah.
I hope
Yeah,
beer
definitely.
pong doesn't get into the Olympics before pickleball.
Yeah, Steve Peranto has a great comment here. I hope beer pong doesn't get into the Olympics before pickleball. So that brings up a yeah, that's the great comment, and it brings up a great question, Simone. When do you think? Do you think pickleball will eventually get into the Olympics, and do you have any idea like when that might happen?
You know, I don't know for sure. I sure hope so. I think it would be great for the sport. You know, I don't think it would be for me, for my generation, I guess, but it could be for the next generation, for the kids who are coming up now. I really, I think it takes, you gotta, first of all, you gotta be put on that docket, like the whole thing, like it's a process. There's so many people, so many sports on the wait list that then you know it goes for, right now it's probably not until, if there was a chance, maybe, you know, it's got to be a couple Olympics, which is 8 years at least, if not 12, until that happens, because that list is so long. And I mean, talk about, you know, sports that are, it come and go, like baseball and softball, like they have come and gone. So and been around way, you know, like as far as in a professional level, and worldwide. So I just feel like it's difficult. I know a lot of people talk about how like even like a badminton, like somewhat similar, but it's played all over Asia.
Yep.
Which is a huge part of the market and making decisions, which I think, you know, Olympics, when you talk about, it is a marketing and television and how many people are going to be watching. So it needs to be, hopefully pickleball will be spread more worldwide, and especially in Asia. So that way that, you know, it would stand a chance.
Yeah.
Because that would be great. I mean, how cool would that be?
Oh, and I think it would fit right in. I think that it would definitely play well. You know, I think it'd be a great transition into the sport. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would feel weird. I don't think it would feel awkward. There are some sports that I've seen in the Olympics sometimes where you're like, how did that get in there?
I know.
Where I feel like pickleball would not. It wouldn't feel weird. Some people might. I think the biggest hurdle that people would have to get through is the actual name. Right?
But you know, it doesn't mean, like, for me, when I first heard it, it didn't mean much to me, because it's not like, it's for foreigners, like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just pickleball. It doesn't mean, has no association with pickles, because the translation of it doesn't get translated into Portuguese.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So in Brazil, pickleball is called pickleball.
Right.
Which means nothing to Brazilians other than like pickleball.
Right.
So, or any other country, unless like non-English speaking.
Right.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Non-English speaking, pickleball doesn't have any relationship to pickles.
What are pickles in Portuguese?
Pepino.
Pepino?
Yeah.
I like that.
That's it. But like, you wouldn't say pepino bola, like bola de pepino. No?
Right.
Like, that would mean nothing. It would be like, so again, but pickleball is known as pickleball, and that's all. I think we just gotta get past the fact that, I mean, you have so many sports with if you think about it, they are funny names. Like tennis.
Right.
Tennis. Yeah. What does tennis mean?
Right.
Right? So again, like, you just gotta think outside the box and think like, okay, the name is the name. It's been around for 50-something years, and now it has really come up. It's getting to a point where huge hype. This is great momentum. So, you know, and again, to get to the Olympics, you got to think, you know, it has to be to the point where it's got to get exposure to, you know, more countries, and you know, get past barriers, I guess. So that's really it. But it's getting there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? I think it's definitely on a growth pattern for that.
Yeah, so. Because, you know, my brother is a professional athlete and he plays paddle.
Okay.
And paddle is not an Olympic sport, and there are 10 million people who play paddle.
Really?
Yes. So that's what I mean. Like pickleball, we don't really know the numbers, but it's not 10 million. I know that they were estimating maybe, 3 million, and maybe by the numbers growing drastically. But again, it's gotta be much broader. I mean, it's gotta be 10 million at least, because that paddle is still sitting and waiting to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother's been involved with the sport for over 20 years.
Where does he play it?
In Spain. He lives in Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So, it's just, again, I really hope that it happens.
Well, and that's the thing too, is I feel like if we're looking at the current trajectory of the sport, it could pass that pretty rapidly, I believe, in the next couple of years. I mean, it seems like just where pickleball is going.
Like I said, it has to get to all the Asian countries.
Yeah.
Because again, there's a lot of sports that you see that are mainly played in, they're very much, you see the badminton being one of them. There's very few other countries that take the sport as seriously as they do in Asia. Like paddle, for example, has 10 million, but none of them in Asia. So very there's a couple courts in Japan, maybe, I think, and that's about it. So yeah, it's gotta get big over there.
Gotta get worldwide.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
gotta get huge.
Yeah, huge. Which, by the way, I just drove by Fucillo Kia for the first time ever.
Another free advertisement.
I know, right?
Come
Not
on.
sponsored by this.
I know.
But I drove by for the first time. I took 41 all the way up
Is it
to Sarasota.
huge?
It's huge. Right?
For those of you who don't get it, this is a very South Florida thing. There's a commercial. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. The guy is like hilarious.
Bill Fucillo. Yeah.
But anyways.
Yep. All right. Well, on that note,
enough of the commercials. Gosh,
I know. Like you guys gotta get some. Start getting some of the compensation for these free commercials.
That's right. Yeah, we need to get paid.
Get paid.
That's right. That's right.
Money in the bank.
Yeah. What's going on in social? Webby looks like social.
There's been a lot of comments coming through. Frank Anderson said in response to something you were saying earlier, he said, "No need to change the name. It is unique, so stay with it."
Oh yeah,
and that's always a big debate. Like, should pickleball change its name to be more accepted? I don't think so either. I definitely do not think so.
And Frank, don't mistake it. I wasn't saying that we should change it. What I'm saying is that sometimes the name gives a perception, and then once people are able to move past it and see what it really is, then that name triggers an emotion inside of them that correlates it with how great the sport is. But at first, I'm just saying that it's, especially when you're talking about the Olympics, it's a very formal, very streamlined thing. All I'm saying is that the name could help or could hurt in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And we got another great comment here from Steve Peranto. He said, "I had the best experience at the English Open last week. Will you go next year?"
Me?
Yes.
It's hard right now. So, again, I definitely don't want to talk politics, but I am foreign. I'm a foreigner. So I'm on a green card. So we're waiting for our citizenship. And so until we can do that, we're talking about earlier about traveling as well. And so we are waiting. So we're not going anywhere out of the country until we have our citizenship. Both my husband and I don't have it. We just have the green card. The kids are American, but it doesn't matter. So we're just we're not, we don't want to risk it whatsoever. So that's kind of where we are at. So trust me, my husband, my brother lives in Spain, about to have a baby next year. I so want to go. I'm ready to go, but because I know that there is pickleball everywhere now in Europe. It would be so cool to be able to combine that. But like I said, I just gotta, I feel like I just gotta stay put and just kind of wait for the paperwork to come through. And once we are Americans, then we will we'll probably go and play and
All right.
visit.
All
I
right.
like it.
Here's another question from Matthew Pace. He says, will you be participating in any of the Midwest/Southern Series tournaments? And what are your thoughts on this points system series?
I haven't had too much time to look through the point system. I am, as of now, I plan on playing. I'm not like 100% in because, the schedule is pretty crazy. How many tournaments are popping up? How many tournaments are there for us to play? And again, being full-time mom and full-time working and it's hard to travel to so many. So I am definitely gonna try to play, especially if it makes sense, for me to go. But I'm not familiar with the point system. I just, I just know that it's a great thing for the sport because it gives a lot of people the opportunity to play in a professional setting and taking the sport to another, again, getting us to really be professional players.
Cool. Good questions, guys. Keep them coming. You did talk a little bit about tournaments. I know you have a couple tournaments coming up at Peak Performance at the Bonita Springs YMCA, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about a couple of those?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. So we have one just the weekend before Thanksgiving. We are going to do a 3-day tournament, and we have like a great place to play, 8 courts, not far away from the highway, so pretty easy access. And in November, usually we just got the hotel prices very different from February.
Yeah.
But the hotel prices usually for November are much more affordable. We have nice weather in November, especially at that time of the year. We have skill, like it's divided by skill and age. Usually, I think last year we got about 170, 180 participants, and hoping that this year will be a little bigger. And because we're doing 3 days instead of 2. Last year we did 2 days. And then for our tournament in February, we are definitely doing that pretty big. We're hoping that we'll get lots and lots of good players like we did last year. The prize money has gone up a bit, and we have added singles, so we're adding a day. So we're gonna start, I believe that all the categories will start on Tuesday and go all the way to Sunday.
Wow.
Yes, so it's a week-long tournament. So like we'll play Tuesday, Wednesday. I believe Tuesday, Wednesday are skill and age, and then on Thursday is singles for everybody, and then I think Friday is like mix for skill and age, and then Saturday, Sunday is the pro doubles.
Mhm.
So that's how we did it last year. But we started on Wednesday, but we didn't have singles.
Mhm.
So this year we're gonna add singles on Thursday. And I honestly, like my husband, and then we had a ton of help, referees, and of course like people that volunteer to help, a ton of volunteers. And I thought it ran pretty well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
good pace of matches. We're definitely gonna try to get more shade. Always the you never know what kind of weather you're gonna get, but when like that time of the year, we ended up getting a little bit of rain, but then with that, it was a lot of heat. So getting shade. But the thing about the Y that is pretty nice is that you can go inside of the building, like me,
Mhm.
and get some air conditioning, cool off. There's there was the locker room to take a shower, get your body temperature down before you get back in the sun again. So, that was a pretty nice. I feel like it's in a lot of pickleball tournaments because they're playing parks. You don't get to go to a real bathroom
Yeah.
or have a shower.
Mhm.
So I think with the Y, that is definitely an additional thing for the tournament.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I definitely think that having that air conditioning,
Oh,
nice
goodness,
bathrooms, very, very different experience than,
For sure.
other places. Even other places that I really do enjoy playing, that little bit really
Oh,
can change things.
absolutely, because especially when you're out there all day
Right.
in the sun, and the thing is that there's just so much. Even me, who like people that are used to that heat,
Right.
it definitely changes and your performance. So, oh, absolutely, like going inside was saved me on Sunday for sure.
I saw you in there a lot last year, last February.
I was just sitting there. I was like, just keep me here.
Yeah.
I'm not going out. Yeah. Just tell me when to go,
Right.
when I need to go out and play.
That was fun.
Yeah, but that was good.
Great tournaments. If you guys haven't been to any of the tournaments, or even just been to the Bonita Springs YMCA, fantastic place to be able to go and play. Great place to have a tournament. We mentioned a couple of things: air conditioning, nice bathrooms in there too. But also, there's a great community around it. I was privileged enough to come and experience your, social play a couple weeks ago, and it's so cool just to see the pickleball community. That everybody's around there having a good time, helping each other. Everybody knows each other. Everybody's friends. It was very cool to see that. And I know that's not unique for pickleball as a sport, but there is really something special about that place.
Oh, I mean, for us, it's been great because we are not huge. Like it's like you make your community as the size that you want it to be. And I mean, we've been very fortunate because even though like not a whole lot of people are here, but during the summer still had that many people around. We're like, wow, like a lot of people are staying here during the whole year. And I mean, you spend so much time with those people that we know a lot. We just like, it is, I know it's kind of silly to say, but it is kind of like a family, and everybody's got each other's back. And that's one thing like people ask me about playing in the US Open, is just like, to me, it's like I'm playing around people that truly care for me, like I go on the road, there's really not like people are cheering for me, and I love that. But sometimes like at home, like, I mean, my family is there, and so I just love having, I don't know, I'm a relationship kind of person, and I love, I when I go on the road, I crave making relationships. A lot of the times I stay in housing because I want to have like those close relationships, not just kind of like, oh, hi and bye. I love being close with, I don't know, just maybe my culture, the way I grew up, always around a big family, having people around. It's always loud and lots going on versus like, being by myself and quiet. So yeah, kind of cool to have that atmosphere at home.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about growing up, big family. How big was your family?
Oh my goodness. So I have 2 older brothers, but then I have like a lot of cousins. So on my dad's side, family drama, complicated, but like many siblings. My dad has I have a lot of uncles and aunts who have lots of babies, who then, had cousins, and then they had kids. Like it's like minimum you have is 3. So like everything comes, it's triple. When like one of the years that Chad and the kids went to visit, we had a family reunion, and we easily had like 50 people. Yeah, so that's like close family. So that's how, and Christmas, like growing up, Christmas usually would have, even though it was close family, it would still be like, 20 people.
That's
crazy. At least at my house. Yeah. So that was the norm. Everybody just put a mattress somewhere and find a way to sleep. But yeah. So that's kind of like what I'm accustomed to.
That's what you knew.
A lot of people around, close.
Sure.
So yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to fit well with the pickleball community.
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
you mentioned the US Open. One of the first series of videos that Webby and I did when we started pickleball, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and play the video.
It's allowed Kyle to get in there and put the ball away, and we just saw him giving her some credit for being able to do just that.
Did we just say something about the importance of being willing to chase the ball?
Hey.
That was our PickleThug Life series of videos that we put together. You're one of the first ones.
I've seen that before.
Have you? Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't look as cool as you guys in sunglasses.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I disagree. I thought you looked very cool.
Not as good as you guys, though. It's kind of hard to beat. I mean, look at these faces. Look at that.
Oh, I'm blushing over here.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yes,
come
that was
on.
Stop it.
That was obviously one of the best points from that was the 2018 U.S. Open, and that was pretty impressive. I was not there. I'm so bummed because I was just starting to get into pickleball at that time.
Really?
Yeah, and I knew it was going on, and people were talking about it, and I'm like, what is this U.S. Open thing? I don't really know.
And you live like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, not even that, and I
gosh.
could kick myself for not going to that, but
Well, now,
yeah, that was like one of our first series of YouTube videos, and I wanted to show that, obviously, to highlight your talent and how you got that PickleThug Life going on.
That's me,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. But also
Pickleball for life.
Oh, wait a minute. Now
It's funny. It's funny that you say Pickleball for Life because that's actually the name of a song and music video we recently released. And I don't know if you remember this, Simone, but you actually had a pretty nice part in the music video. And for anybody that hasn't seen the music video, let's go ahead and play that part right about now.
I look like a douche.
My worst nightmare is a life without pickleball. One time I took a week off and my body went into withdrawal. I'ma play this game till the day I die, 'cause it's pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. What? Pickleball for life. Yeah. Pickleball for life. 'Cause pickleball is life.
Pickleball for life, yo.
Oh, yeah, that's the Simone remix right there.
I have not seen that one. I saw the other one. Oh
that was
my gosh. That's
that was
what
the
my
special-
kids are embarrassed about. See? See, I think they're right though when I look at it. Oh my gosh. That's why
No,
they're
I love it.
embarrassed.
I love it. That was that's what we called the Simone remix. That was the director's cut right there.
Oh my goodness. That's why you wanted me to do like 3 times. That was the yo. Pickleball for life, yo.
It was part of our grand plan.
Sure.
Uh,
Oh man.
That was
Yeah, I
awesome,
don't
though. Thank
have-
you
I
very
don't-
much for agreeing to actually be part of it because I loved it. I loved that part of it.
I added a new, the pickleball for life, yo.
yo,
What it is,
Yes.
yo.
it's important.
Yeah, I got to give you credit though. Like you gave it. I felt like you had the most energy of anybody that contributed to the music video. You definitely gave it your all, and I commend you for that, and I thank you for that, and I
just wanted to
appreciate
make
it.
sure I was embarrassing the kids. One day they will look at it and be like, "Yep, that's mom right there,
Yep.
That's right.
right there."
Oh yeah, I embarrass my kids on a daily basis, especially with the videos. Both of the music videos that we've done, they find them both quite embarrassing, and I love that fact. And I play the videos in front of their friends any chance I get.
They're like, "Guys, you want to see something? I got something to show you. Look, this is really cool." And then your kids are like hiding in the back somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Funny story. I actually got a text from my neighbor Denny Vincent earlier today, and his wife's name is Diana, and he said, "Diana loves your Pickleball for Life rap song. I didn't. LOL." And I was like, "Oh man,
Danny,
Denny,
Man.
come on, be nice to me."
I know.
Talk about a backhanded compliment.
I know, but
Those Ohio people.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You can't
Right.
trust them.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Can't trust
Yeah.
those Ohio people.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of YouTube, you just started a YouTube channel, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
Well, not. I mean, this is
Yes,
no.
absolutely.
This is all you.
I know, but do you see like the video, like what it came out of it. Like I may have, put the material out there, but yeah, that's definitely not my specialty. But unbelievable! It's so nicely done. Tony was very impressed as well. He was like, "Wow, this is really cool." So I'm so excited for what's to come. I mean, I of course like I hope people see that I really enjoy what I do, and I wanna, I love when I don't know, I just love when people are so passionate about something, because I am, and they want to get better, and it doesn't matter how old you are, you want to get better, and you're always trying to improve yourself, and improve your game. And I just think it's amazing. I get messages all the time, about thinking about the videos, and I was like, you know what, I haven't done enough, and this is something, and a huge opportunity, but in so many ways, because I'm not going to be able to play forever. I'm not going to be able to compete for forever, and this is a great way to get myself out there, and and create something different and new.
So what was the moment that you were like, you know what, I got to do it. I got to start it. I got to get this YouTube thing going. I got to get like a stronger social media presence. Like, what was it that happened?
Oh my gosh. So it's funny, actually. It was Ronnie Grubbs gave me a call to talk about something totally unrelated. It was about the Tyrol shoes. He was asking me about the shoes, and we got into conversation. And then he kind of like said to me, like, for being how good you are, how good of a pickleball player that you are, like there's not a lot of publicity. There's not a lot of stuff out there. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, when I think about it, yeah, you're right. And, I was like, well, I guess like when I thought about it is that it was almost like a dare me to do something about it. It was like the moment where he meant like, as like, not like, a bad, like he meant like, how come, what's
Right.
going on? And I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, how come? Like, I need to do something about it. So I spent, and this was I think it was during the summer at some point, and I was just like, I got to do something about it. And I was like, I figured, actually, this is so bad, but I didn't realize you lived here.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
How bad is that? I was like, but I always related to you guys as like Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, like, you kidding me? Like, this would be an amazing opportunity. And like, I mean, anyways, it just, things aligned perfectly. And then I'm pretty blunt when I speak. I'm not like around.
Not you, Simone.
I was like, I'm not going around anything. I was just like, this is what I'm looking to do. And I loved your reaction to it. And I was like, you know what? Like, this I think would be great. And I was just like, really? Okay. So, because again, like you have this vision in your head of something that could be, but so
It's happening.
anyways, it is happening.
I mean, honestly, so I've been looking at a lot of the feedback that you've gotten so far on some of the videos and comments, and everybody is just so happy and so grateful. It's almost like there's been this void of, of your presence in video format, in social media format, and now you've been filling that, and the demand is already there, and obviously it's taken off. I mean, all the comments are, "We love you, Simone. You're the greatest. We're so grateful." I mean, it's incredible. And another thing too is that people want to see a lot more of these videos with you training. They're fascinated by it.
I know. And I mean, like I said, like it's not a hard thing for me to do. It's a hard thing for you to do.
Oh, well.
Because again, like, yeah, catch me on the courts. So I'll be there. But it's it takes a lot of time and effort to do something like that. And but it's something that I'm so passionate about.
Mhm.
I love what I do. I did realize that, I'm aging quickly. So when I saw myself on the video, I was like, "Ooh, I gotta take care of these, the eyes here. So
No, this is ridiculous. This is what I have to put up with.
sorry, but not sorry. Too bad. See, you have a wife and you still gotta, deal with women in your life.
I know.
We always have things that we
crazy
gotta
women
pick on.
everywhere. Yeah,
It's okay as long
good.
as it's me picking on me.
that's true.
That's all that matters.
That's true. Well, and that's the thing is obviously people are their own biggest critic, right? And when you start putting videos of yourself out there, and Webby, feel free to jump in this conversation here. It's nerve wracking because you really are. I mean, for you, maybe it's a little different. For you, you've been on TV. There's been millions and millions of views of your matches and things like that. But I'm still sure that there's a part of even what you're doing right now where you're exposing yourself. You're feeling a little bit more vulnerable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's, what's the funny thing is that I say all this stuff. I make jokes about like my behind and like my wrinkles, and how I'm aging and all of that. And like, I don't know what it is, but somehow, sometime in my life, because we all as girls, it's so hard. We have so many things that we have to fight, with gosh, like magazines and social media, and what are we supposed to look like,
Yeah. These impossible standards that are put out there, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know when the time happened because what a lot of people don't know about me is that actually I was pretty overweight in college. I gained a ton of weight when I came to America. Like, I was massive.
Really?
Chad and I, when we met, we weighed the same. Yeah. Picture that in your head. I'll show you a picture one day.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I was, I had a lot of self-esteem, a lot of issues about image, and what, and if like for women more so than men, I believe. And again, I maybe not, maybe I'm wrong here, but I only know what I
Sure.
know. I've never been a man.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I know that what we face and what I've faced, is always this thing that this is what you're supposed to look like. Well, that's not what I look like. I'll never look like that. But going through all of that and all these insecurities and all of that, and at some point in my life, I don't know when, I can't tell you when it happened, but I had this moment, this aha moment where I was like, who cares? Like, like I honestly, like, I need to care because that's when really things change for me, because then I was like, I need to care. I need to want to like, it's got to be my expectation, the way I look at myself. And again, when we look at ourselves, we're much more critical than others, but it's almost like I look at myself, I'm fine. Like, I'm not gonna hide under makeup. I just, like, that's like, not always.
Right.
There was this moment where
Sense
I was
your
just
moment,
like,
yeah.
I like, again, I can't put my finger on it, but I was like, wow, like, this life is so much easier that way, instead of worrying about, like, about that. And it's hard for girls. I mean, I have a daughter, and I know that is so hard for her already at 9. Peer pressure and what goes on with girls, it's really difficult. But again, it's just, I that's why, like, the whole thing about social media doesn't frighten me as much, because, like, what are people gonna say? Oh,
Sure.
like, like, I think that the part where I know that I would take it really personal is if anybody ever questioned my ethics,
Yeah.
and my morals. That really, that is like, I mean,
That's your.
that's really
Yeah.
my I guess, like, that's my pet peeve, like what, or whatever, my thing that would drive me nuts is if somebody questioned that, not like, you look like an old, lady, or like you're fat, or you got, cellulite, or you got, whatever. It's a lot of the times it's more like my morals and my ethics. Am I being the best role model for my daughter?
Sure.
Am I being the best role model for kids like my daughter?
Right.
Like, when I'm out there, am I representing our, women, the best way that I can? So that's really kind of what this whole social media brings to light for me. So I have no fear of exposing, hey, this body's been through a lot to children. So yeah, but
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I know. Well, for me, like when we first started the YouTube channel, the first few videos that I posted, I was pretty nervous about it, just putting that out there because like doing the vlog style, it's more of like a personal look at my life and stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, what am I doing? Do I really want to put this out there for the world to see? What if people start ripping on me and stuff like that? But after a few videos, I got to the point where I was like, I really couldn't care less what people think. This is what I like to do. I'm just going to put it out there. If people like it, that's cool. If not, oh well.
It's not for everybody, and it's for everybody. So yeah.
The trolls are funny though. I will have to tell you, we've gotten some comments on some of our videos and things where it's like, I'm fast. First of all, human behavior fascinates me, but to go online and maybe be anonymous, maybe not, and basically shit all over somebody. It's like, why? What is the point of that, right?
But my thing
Right.
always is like, would you do it in front of me?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like behind
yeah.
a computer screen or something like that. Because I know, like, even because we grew up, like I grew up in a totally different generation where like that is a known, like, but I've had experiences where people will text you something or will write something, will email me something. And I'm like, I was just with you and you were not that person. Like it was completely like, this is like, are you bipolar? Because you were just like, never mentioned this stuff. And now you're just being straight up nasty to me in written form. And, and so many times people are so brave behind a computer screen.
Oh yeah.
It's like, say it to my face.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you
Right.
if you really want to insult me, say it to my face. I can take it, but not in this coward way. And of course, like we have created this monster. I mean, we have created this thing that it can be so helpful. It can be so great to connect people from all over, but it also can be pretty upsetting because of the fact that people find, I mean, I watch a lot of stuff on online, and sometimes like people will write the rudest things and the most senseless things, and like, did you think before you even like, just like, wow. But anyways, and I was like, oh, it's just my opinion, and I'm like, wow, but that's like, that's pretty hurtful sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those keyboard warriors out there. But yeah, like you were saying, Eddie, like it just blows my mind, like what goes through somebody's head to think that it's a good idea to put that out there. I mean, first off, they're making themselves look like an ass.
Yep.
And it's just sometimes it makes me laugh. Sometimes it makes my blood boil. It just depends on the mood I'm in at the time when I read those troll comments.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that they will come and
Yeah.
like
brush it right off. Yeah.
I take that again, I'm gonna embarrass my family here.
Do it.
I know because I honestly have this dream of being a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
But this is the part where like you can't insult me because I already do. It's like the approach of the battle, where like you're gonna make fun of me. Well, I'm gonna make fun of me first, and now what do you got, right? Like, okay, what can you say at this point? So that's where so you're gonna say that like I got a huge gap in between my teeth. Like it's great, no food gets stuck there ever. What are you talking about? Like I don't ever have to put dental floss through this thing. Seriously, can you like what can stay stuck there unless it's a huge piece of meat, but nothing else will get stuck. I never have to worry about that. So, but that's, I mean, again, that's my comedian side. It's just that I feel like you gotta find that this is what it is. This is what you get. And I think that it's hard. It's hard sometimes to come to terms with who you are, right? And like,
oh yeah,
just like I feel like it's from inside out, not outside in.
Yeah.
And that's where it takes time to find yourself. And that's why a lot of the times age is not a bad thing.
Nope.
So
Certainly
it
isn't.
is sometimes it's actually that experience through life that helps you see that there's way worse things, way better things, and you just gotta roll with the punches and enjoy every moment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
for
is-
sure.
Yeah. Time
Yeah. So
is-
Eddie, Simone actually gave me a great idea. Like, how awesome does this sound? She was talking about how like she has a dream of becoming a stand-up comedian. What if we put together a pickleball stand-up comedy tour, or even if it was just a one-night thing? I mean, we know Matt Loria, he's a stand-up
Mhm.
comedian.
Yep.
We could
Oh,
have
man.
Simone do stand-up. I've always like wondered if I could do stand-up comedy. If we could put
you
this
totally
event
could.
together, if we could make this event come together, I would come out of my shell and finally man up and take the stage and do stand-up if we could make
I
this
would
happen. So
do it. You have
I say
no
we
idea.
do this. Let's put
I'm
together
so
a
in.
pickleball stand-up comedy show.
Where do I sign? I
We'll
just-
figure
I'll
something
s-
out. We will figure something out.
I'm all
I think we
in.
can make this happen.
I agree. I think it'd be good. Yeah, pickleball comedy. Maybe even throw some craft beer in there and make it like a whole trilogy. I think it'd be a great idea.
Sign me up.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's make this happen.
Our headliner will be Simone.
I'm not sure about that. You gotta save my spot. Make sure that I cannot follow like a good act. I feel like I would be a good intro because then I have no experience, so I'd be totally the amateur, and then you put the Matt. That's for a living. Come on,
Mhm.
can't put me after the guy. Then you're just setting me up for failure.
That is
here.
pretty funny. Yeah.
So I maybe I need to have some hints from him how to prepare my material. So
All right.
yeah.
I like it.
Somebody.
Oh,
there you go.
Dominic.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
buddy Dominic. Dominic says he would pay to go to that pickleball stand-up comedy show.
Oh,
Th-
there
sounds
you
like
go.
it's money. Sounds like this idea is money.
Money, some money. That's my nickname, by the
Some
way.
money?
Some money.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that's my comedian. Yeah, that's my.
I like it.
When you introduce me, it's some
That's
money.
awesome.
So, have you been to Off the Hook Comedy Club?
I haven't.
You've
I've
never,
been.
come on.
I know how bad is that, but
You live like so close to it too.
I know, and I there was somebody that was here. I think the kid who stutters.
Mhm.
I thought he was in one of the shows, the X Factor, I think,
Yep.
and I think he came to town, and I missed that. And then there was a couple of others, like a couple of good ones that I looked, but I just have to. I mean, for us, it's not something that let's go.
Right, and it's not like I'm going to
Kids.
bring the kids to it too.
Exactly.
It's definitely,
absolutely.
definitely not PG or PG-13 material.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd probably be. I mean, we would bring them.
Yeah.
But we'd probably be shamed right there. Maybe they wouldn't even let them at the door. But yeah, we would try to bring them. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's the only way we get to get out. Like, we don't keep babysitters very often.
Okay.
If you met my son, you know what I mean.
What? He's a great kid.
It's. Have you seen? You don't have kids, so you don't. Have you seen kids movies?
Oh,
Any kids?
I've seen it.
So Jack, the Jack Attack.
I don't know that one. Do you
So-
know that one, Webby?
Oh, I'm actually not familiar with that either. I've got kids.
It's the impossible the oh my gosh, really? I can't remember. The
Incredibles.
The Incredibles, Impossibles. The Incredibles. Jack is the little boy that has they don't know about the powers, but then he goes berserk, like he's walking around the roof of the house and spits fire and like has lasers. That's Landon. That's
Okay.
it.
That's him.
So the thing with me, like I watch, like my daughters watch a lot of kids movies, and I typically fall asleep after about 20 minutes of every single movie. So that's one of those
great.
movies that got started, but I never saw the whole thing. So that's why
That was
I
right
knew-
at the end of the movie. Jack goes
Okay,
crazy.
yeah.
So there you go.
I never
Makes
make it to
sense.
the end of kids movies. I can never stay awake. I don't know why.
Oh, you give me a kids movie. I've seen it. I can tell you the story.
I actually look forward to when we get to babysit the nieces and nephews and things like that,
So
for
you
me to
can
be able to
see them.
watch the movies. And what was the one that I thought was great? What are the little yellow guys with like one eye or?
Oh, Minions.
Minions.
Yeah.
I thought
Despicable
those movies
Me.
were great.
Despicable
Yeah.
Me. But some of these movies are really deep. Like
Yeah.
they deal with a lot of emotionally it's very like interesting, and some of them are, I feel like, way above my kids' capability.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
it's amazing. Like, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's crazy. I can't believe how like they can actually comprehend. I sometimes wonder, like, for my son, like, do you understand what this means? Like, the concept, like it teaches a lot, but there is also I mean, if you notice, also at one point my son was asking, like, when are you guys going to die?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Why do you think that is?
Yep. There's those moments. Yep. I've
Because
experienced those moments for sure as well.
because all the shows, either the mom dies, the dad dies, or like
Yep.
Yeah.
like Frozen, both of them died.
Yeah.
Like any other, like Bambi, horrible.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
like,
Can you name any Disney movie where one of the parents or both the parents
I
didn't die?
know.
Because I can't think of one.
It's so hard to find one that like the parents are alive.
Yeah.
So I think, is Moana like both parents alive? But
It's actually
grandma
one of the
dies.
few Disney movies I have not seen, so I don't
But
know.
I think the grandma ends up dying though. Like some relative dies. It's like, wow, this is coping with a lot of emotions. It's like, wow, like kids have to deal with, with that. And it's pretty impressive. But they totally, they get it. They know. Well, The Incredibles is one that they don't die. There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
There
You just spoiled the movie for me.
Oh no.
I was gonna
Hey,
go
but
rent
this
it
is at
and-
least there will be a happy ending.
That's true.
There will be no crying, because I cry in Disney movies.
you
I
really?
cry at Pixar. I cry all of them. Alexa's usually, she's like peeking to see when I'm crying so she can make fun of me.
Which is totally understandable, right? But which Toy Story was it that had the really sad ending? Was it Toy Story 3?
Part 3 had a very sad ending. Yes.
Yeah.
I love the Toy Story series. I love it. And yeah,
And
part
now
3,
I
I
haven't
actually,
seen
I actually had to
4.
fight back tears on that one. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Toy Story 3 was like, it was almost as sad.
Was it Lotso that?
Well, they were gonna like fall into the melting
Yeah,
pit, and
it was
Yep.
Lotso.
yeah, it was like Terminator
purple
2
bear.
when Arnold Schwarzenegger lowered himself into the
And then
it
the
was
3
super-
aliens saved the day.
Yeah, it was that was
And then it was a happy ending.
mm-hmm.
At least that.
Yeah.
I love the Toy Story series. I recently just saw part 4. I thought that was a great end to the Toy Story series. Like it was just, that's my all-time favorite. Like of the CGI animated movie series, Toy Story for sure is my favorite.
So hold it. Sorry. My boy is 4. Should play with Landon. Don't name a child after a Viking if you don't want him to destroy you.
That's true.
Nice.
Leif Erikson, one of the most famous Vikings. Huh?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's funny.
That's
yeah,
great.
I tell you though, it's like it's like the moments where it's like he's gonna destroy everything, and then he comes and gives you that look, and then gives you a kiss, and it's like, you just,
Little boys learn how to
oh
manipulate
my
from
gosh,
such a young age.
seriously, it's like, how did you learn to do that?
Yeah.
Because he just totally just like destroys me.
Yeah.
Like he's got me,
Yeah.
and like the same as my daughter's got my husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like this, like, but daddy.
Oh my
It's
God.
like these, So yeah, definitely. Like my son has got me so bad, and my daughter's got my husband so bad. So it's always, they know how to manipulate everything. They learn how to negotiate from an early age. That's amazing. Life teaches
Really?
you early on. But oh my gosh, yeah.
That's impressive, though.
Oh yeah, they try. I mean, it's the typical, like, I'm sure, like, get so go to mommy first and ask and say, hey mommy, can I go and do this? Can I blah blah blah? And then it's a weekly like it happens on a weekly basis. Thankfully, we're on the same page. But then you go to Chad and like they go to can I do that? And then he will ask, what did your mom say?
Right. Oh, so you guys got smart to it, huh?
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
then I'll respond the same way. So what did your dad say?
Mm-hmm.
Because usually we know that she has asked, or one of us, and usually when she comes over and there's a way of doing it, with the whole puppy eyes,
Right.
and like, and the very sweet. I was like, you little sneak, like, but she can't get us. She's trying really hard. At 9.
At 9.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So,
You're going to have your
yeah.
hands full, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that what most of your comedy content would be about? Is your
Life as a like so many things. I mean, it's everyday life is a comedy, I feel like. And I just think, I don't know. So how it started is that, I don't know if you ever watched the show, oh my goodness, really, I am having a blank. The Mrs. Hazel is somebody help out. Somebody out there in the
Mrs. Hazel?
No, it's the marvelous Mrs. Hazel.
Okay, all right.
And she, I mean, her life falls apart, and then she goes and enters a bar drunk and like starts just spitting stuff, and it's meant to be like in a date where like that, outrageous and all that, even a woman being a comedian, and she just becomes a comedian, and she's just a natural, and she's hilarious. I mean, it's an awesome show. It's been two sorry, it's been 2 seasons, so I'm waiting on the 3rd season. I love it. I love the show. It's very inspirational. It's like, yeah, that's it. So everyday life. So
that's great.
Like no guests. So who knows how we're gonna get places in the next 3 days?
Right.
People panicking.
That's right.
There's no water,
Yeah.
no bread, no milk. I went to get milk last night, and thankfully today we went to the supermarket at
Publix.
At Bonita Beach Road, and like there was still stuff on the shelving.
Yeah.
But I know so many people have messaged and said like, don't go here, don't go there. I mean, people are getting nasty.
Yep.
There's car accidents. So yeah, there's pretty much, yeah. Mrs. Maisel, that's it.
Yeah.
See, that's it. Yeah. Look at that. I knew I could count on you, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Powers. So anyways, it's just the fact that, the stuff that is going on with out there right now, you just got to look at it and laugh, because otherwise, you're just going to lose your mind, because people just get crazy and just lose all sense of self, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
'Cause for those of you guys out there, Simone and I both live in Southwest Florida. We have Hurricane Dorian coming, right?
Yep.
People go nuts down here right before hurricane. It could be bad. It could be bad, but it doesn't look like it's going to be horrible. But people are losing their damn minds out there today.
Oh my God.
Fighting for gas and yelling at each other and like hoarding water, and it's like
they are going to have no water for the next month.
Yeah, right.
It's like, I mean, worst case scenario is that for a week we are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because anyways, it's just like the end of the world is coming.
Well, we're lucky because
dun.
we're on the same power grid as the hospital right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
So after Irma, our power was up within, 52 hours of it hitting.
I know where you live now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep. So for everybody
winning,
out there, yeah.
hashtag winning. So, yep. Awesome.
Now you know where you can come
exactly.
get electricity.
I
Charge
told
your phone.
Yeah, exactly. But not only that, there's so many things that we take for granted.
Oh, yeah.
But it was the taking a shower that you don't realize.
Well, especially because you're so hot and nasty from sweating and trying to clean up your yard and house, and all you want to do.
And people are like, oh, jump in the pool. Do you understand how dirty my pool was?
Oh, yeah.
It was nasty.
Yep.
Like we couldn't get in the pool for weeks because they had to come and clean everything because it was disgusting with all the debris that fell in. So can't jump in the pool. It's if it's if it's that bad where things are gonna be flying in. So so that is a commodity. Like being able to bathe and shower is something that we take for granted for sure.
Yeah.
Having water. Okay, I don't want to turn this into sad, but
oh
man, like that was tough. That was really, really tough.
Yeah.
So,
it's not going to happen this time though.
I know.
No, this is going to be much, much more tame. So
yeah, keep your fingers crossed because that would be But we like people are getting food for the next month.
Right.
Like the shelving. I like and I was telling Chad, I was like, my husband, I was like, milk.
Right.
If the power goes out, your milk is going to go bad.
Yep, exactly.
So why do you have to buy every single gallon of milk?
Right.
And it was the big one. They only had the little ones left and none of the big ones.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I'm sorry, but it does not
It
make
didn't
sense.
make
That's
sense.
why people
No.
are acting like they're
Yeah.
irrational. It's just,
They're
I
crazy.
don't know. It is crazy.
Hey, Webby, why don't you take my spot here for a couple minutes?
All right, I can do that.
Cool.
I think I know what that means. I think Simone
I
knows
know,
what that
except
means,
that,
but we won't.
look, there's the you can see him
Yeah.
skipping the wind through the back. He can't
Wait, what?
hide.
Why does it look like he's going to the bathroom? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so we actually have a good question here. It's a pickleball related question. Haven't had a pickleball related question in a while. This comes from Nathan Seaman, and he says, Simone, will you have any strategy changes for the next time you play the Waters? The last several meetings have been very close with both. And I've got to tell you, that's a great question. And at the Beer City Open, that was an awesome series to watch. In the finals, it was you and Corinne against the Waters, and I absolutely love watching anytime you are involved in a match against the Waters. So I feel like this is a great question, and I would love to hear your answer to that.
You know, if I tell you, I've got to kill you. I'm kidding.
Tell us every detail.
Yeah,
Tell us your plans. No.
exactly. Like, do you want me to put it down on paper? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But honestly, like there are so many things that they are doing that are I mean, they have a ton of power. I play with them, and they have a ton of power. Anna Lee can stay down. I mean, she's low to the ground. She keeps that ball down so well and attacks every opportunity that she can, and so does the mom Lee. So to me, is just making sure that I'm ready and my partner is ready when that comes, because a lot of the times that's how they end up winning a lot of points, is because you're not ready, you're not like expecting it, and then it catches, it gets you by surprise, and then they're gonna keep on coming. So kind of being ready for that, the pace of that ball, and being ready to counter, or to make sure that it's down to the feet and not right back to their paddle. That's the most important part, because people say like they will ask me like, oh, they're powering through it, so you need to think more, or you gotta keep the ball down. They attack no matter what.
Yeah.
You can give whatever ball you want. So to me is and there's a lot of players that are playing like that, where the game is getting more aggressive because of the ability to put more topspin. And so to me, like, if that's gonna happen, you gotta make sure that you get better at countering, most importantly. So and it's gonna continue to just, I think, in my opinion, is gonna continue to get better in the sense of, or like evolve that way, where if you're going to dink, or if you're going to hit a ball like that, you're going to have to it's going to have to be a better ball. It's going to have to be a great ball. So, and there's, because there's no like unattackable balls, unless the ball drips over the net and rolls over. That's the only one. Nowadays, like a ball bounces into the kitchen. If it's still below the net, people are still attacking. It's just that they are just, I mean, they might catch you by surprise if you don't expect it. So it's on you to be ready, right? It's on you to be ready for that ball to come, because otherwise, you believe that ball, oh, they can't attack that. Well, yeah, they can. Oh, but it's going out. Well, but if you put a pedal on it, you're still going to lose the point. So got to be ready.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I've talked about this a little bit on previous episodes, but the Beer City Open in Grand Rapids, Michigan, that was my first taste of seeing a whole bunch of pros at one tournament. And I saw a lot of amazing matches throughout the entire weekend. And I'm not kidding when I tell you the matches that you were involved in, and especially the finals for the women's doubles that you were involved in and that you ended up winning. Man, that was so awesome to experience in person and watch. Like, those were some of the wildest and like just most action-packed, fast-paced matches, and I loved every second of it. It was great.
And I think it's great for the sport. A lot of the times people, they will say, oh, that's, bangers, whatever. But we all hitting the ball with a lot of power, but control. So I don't like that sometimes. Not that I don't, it's just, it's a very different. I guess like if you're going to be hitting balls out of control or they're flying all over the place, then that's kind of different. But when you actually driving the ball and hitting the ball with tons of power and control, and exactly, I mean, like they know where they're hitting the ball, where the ball, the spots, and a lot of these pro players, like they're hitting the ball hard to a specific spot. So that's the game. That's the game. And again, either, you adjust and get better, or you kind of fall behind. So there is no right or wrong way to play pickleball, I don't think. I think it's just the best way and the one that wins, right?
That's right.
So.
Well, good. Well, Simone, we have a hurricane to prep for. And it's past my bedtime because we live in Naples and it's like 9 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
Bedtime. Can you believe that?
Oh my goodness.
Yes. But before you go, I definitely want to give you an opportunity to be able to let everybody know how they can follow you, right? You got a lot of exciting stuff going on. So, with both the Academy and yourself personally.
Yeah. So I am working. I have two places. We're working at the Bonita Springs YMCA, which is the Peak Performance Pickleball Academy, and then also at Valencia Bonita, which is a community here in Florida. And then as far as the YouTube channel is Simone Jardim Pickleball, and we should have also the website here. I'll probably start working on some material for that as well. Just kind of, I do stuff on Facebook as well. And a lot of the times with Facebook, it depends on my mood. If some stuff is personal, like today, I just post about gas. Where do I find gas? I still haven't found it, by the way. I'm hoping on the way home I can get some gas. So I have a little tiny bit. So yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now with pickleball. So thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on. We couldn't have asked for a better guest for our milestone 50th episode. So thank you very much for agreeing.
I'm
to be
sure
on.
you're going to be able to buy a lot of gas with the money I gave you. So
That's right.
Exactly. For weeks.
Yeah. All the bribes that she had to give us to come on the show.
Exactly.
I love it.
No, but seriously, this was awesome. Such a great night, such a fun night. And yeah, I could not think of a better way for our 50th episode to have Simone on with us. This was amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And enjoy that cake. I expect you to eat all of it.
The whole thing.
All of it.
Oh yeah.
Or the cat.
Yeah.
Or let the cat dog.
The cat.
Dog.
I love it.
Yeah,
he's actually passed out right here on the background. He's on the couch behind me, but he's passed out. And we move this so you might be able to see him a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack. Say hi to everybody.
Okay, good night. Don't annoy me.
Hey, Webby,
he's very mad right now.
Does Jack want to pick the winner of?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Yeah. So for anybody that's been tuning in since the beginning, we announced at the beginning that anybody who shared this podcast while we were live would be eligible to win a free Eddie and Webby t-shirt. And hey, Jack, you wanna pick the winner, because we're gonna randomly select a winner from everybody that shared this post throughout the episode. And we actually had a pretty good amount of people sharing, so thank you to everybody who did that. So Jack, you want to pick the winner?
John Davison, that one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And you gotta make sure.
Jack does not. Jack's kind of mad right now. He does not want to pick the winner. Or actually, let's see. You want to pick the winner? No. He does not want to pick the winner. I tried to get him. So I will randomly select a winner here. Does anybody have a drum roll ready for this? And the winner is, hopefully I say the name right, Orlena Sauer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I feel like she always wins stuff. Orlena.
Oh really?
Go. Orlena. Yeah, she is unbelievable. Lucky.
Well, congratulations, Orlena. Send us a private message on the facebooks.com at the Eddie and Webby Facebooks channel. And we will get you an Eddie and Webby t-shirt. Thank you very much for
Whoop, whoop.
participating
Yeah.
in the contest.
Thank you for that. Well, folks, this has been episode 50. And Webby, is there anything else that we want to talk about today?
Yeah, there actually was another contest. There was one more contest.
What was the
This
other
is
one?
episode 50. This is episode 50. We're all
Gotta
about
give
giveaways,
50
especially on a
things
milestone.
away.
We're gonna give away a free Eddie and Webby hoodie. And this is a big one.
Ooh.
This is a big one, folks. This is going to be a thank you to everybody, first off, that stayed till the end of this episode. Thank you to that. But anybody who is currently a subscriber or anybody that becomes a subscriber before our next new episode will be eligible. We will randomly select one of our YouTube channel subscribers. So just go on to YouTube, look up Eddie and Webby, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, you are eligible, and we will randomly select a winner, and we will announce that winner on the next episode that we do, which you might have a few weeks. We might not be doing another episode for a few weeks.
It's going to be a little bit. Yep.
You've got some time, so spread the word. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll be eligible, and on the next episode, we will randomly select a winner of a brand new Eddie and Webby hoodie. Can you believe that?
You're going to want to get your hands on one of those because they are pretty nice.
Yes.
Do you want to know what else was pretty nice?
What's that?
Episode number 50. And I'm so happy that we had Simone as a guest. Thank you so much again,
Yes.
Simone. And this is episode 50, which means there are 50 people out there still watching this. You know who you are. We love you. And on that note, I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
See ya.